Hi! Welcome to the day of the challenge. You know what song this is? This is I've had a time of my life, right? Have you had the time of your life this week? Ready? Who has actually learned to dance to the song? Can you guys hear it? Is this fun? Come on, sing with me. I've had the time of my life. Right? It's true. I owe it all to you. Yes, I owe it all to you guys. You guys think I'm doing the work, but it's because of you I get to spread my knowledge because you guys showed up and you guys are having fun with me, right? My niece did the dance at the wedding. See, I need to learn that song. I think it's just it kind of reminds me of my mom too. Yeah, she said that one of her husbands looked like oh my God, what's his name? Patrick Swayze. Okay. You love the music? I actually had it on a little bit longer, right? So yeah, I think I've had so much fun this week. It's like so much energy. It's kept me pretty busy behind the scenes. Like I definitely need to put Rachel to use or like hire someone next time because it's a lot of work on my part, but I just had so much fun. And then look, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm relaxing. I'm going to get stuff done because I know a lot of people are waiting on a lot of things from me today. I made my favorite juice. The only thing is some of it's settled already because I let it sit for a few minutes. Okay. Yes. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I got an impromptu day off. So I'm not sure. Did I tell you guys? No, because it happened yesterday at 4:15. President Biden actually signed into law that tomorrow is a federal holiday, Juneteenth, the ending of slavery in America. So I had a free day off because for federal employees, you get the day before, the day after a holiday if it falls on a weekend off. So yay. So I got to do some self-care today and a whole bunch of fun stuff. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm sorry I'm drinking, but I didn't have a chance to drink my juice yet today. Well, because I'm doing that juice fast still. So I'm on day 5, going good. Woohoo! And hello, Moni. Wow. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh, when Tressa comes on, she's going to ask me about the 9 pillars, and I don't think I have it written in this notebook. So I know yesterday we were only able to go over like 3 of the 9 pillars. So I'll put that in the Rise into Your Power group. It's in my other notebook. So if you guys were wondering about that, it was just that I love to share, right? So it was just going to be way too much if I would have put, all 9 pillars yesterday. We would have been here like an hour. It would have been like, no, hours. It would have been like a whole freaking class, right? Oh, you thought I was drinking a mojito? Sometimes I wish, man. Like I've done juice fast 3 or 4 times now. Every single time it's really helped out. But this time I have less cravings, probably because like my diet wasn't bad to begin with. But the first time I was having all sorts of withdrawals because I'd never even ate a vegetable in my life, let alone juice one. So, and Moni's on here too. So I know Moni's like all into health and everything. So, yes. Okay. So today, but first I want to say hi to everyone. Jasmine's like, hey all, beautiful sunny weather in Calgary. Are you just saying that to brag? Like it is so rainy. Like, I'm not even sure. Let me open up these. Oh, I hate that. I don't know. Let's see. Can you guys, it's just, you can't see. But it's like so gloomy out. It's so horrible out. But I don't think it's horrible, actually. I think it's one of those days to sit and, cuddle with yourself and read a book or, try to put off stuff when it's rainy and stuff. Yay, Rachel, you made it. And thank you so much, Rachel, for posting the page 2 and the page 3 of the homework that actually included all 9 pillars. And I'm sorry if you guys don't understand some of the questions. So I know a couple of you guys were talking about the soul contract. So I guess we'll do that first. And by the way, I have 5 prizes to give out today. Ooh, which includes, by the way, Spirit. I was like, okay, I go to Spirit. I'm like, okay, another card deck I should give away. And Spirit was like, no, give this out. So for everyone who did the button homework, right? Choose a button, which is super duper easy, right? You were just going ahead and you were contributing to the energy, right? You were thinking, you were using your imagination, like which of these superpowers would I like to have? And because of that, it might seem like it's small, but no, you actually participated. So And a lot of people participated in that. I have like I don't even know how many. Dang it. 18 plus 18 plus a whole bunch of other ones. Okay. So I'll be giving this away at the end. It is, did you see? Okay. This. It's an amethyst pendulum, right? I love this. It's beautiful, right? It's dark, right? With a little bit of that. With a matching little bag. I chose the red one because I'm like, ooh, money, money. Hopefully it'll bring in some stuff. It'll give you some security, maybe security with money, right? I had to tell my husband that I can't talk right now. Okay. And with that, you don't actually have to use one of these, but they're really cool to have. It's a mat. So then when it swings, when the pendulum swings, you will know exactly, right? So too bad I can't put it here, but I'm laying it down. And then when it swings, right, it tells you no, right? Maybe yes, I'm moving it now. Will not answer, that kind of thing. So I thought this was a lot of fun to give away today. So going to give away that and some goodies. Oh, a lapis lazuli pendulum. Do I have one of those? I don't know. I have a lot. And then I buy a lot too because I want to give them away. So a lot of my card decks too that I have that are new is because I want to give them away, right? So I have lots of pendulums because I want to give them away. I have lots of sage, Palo Santo. I have a lot of that. And I get it a lot so that I can give it away because I feel like I have a lot of ideas that come in my head and then I don't do them. Okay. So you love all the things. I've seen mats lately. They're cool. Yeah, I do like the mat. They're cool. You don't have to use them, but it's a little bit more fun too, right? So it sets up the intention a little bit. Now I forgot what we were doing. Oh yeah, the soul contracts real quick, okay? There's different people with different theories. Like I love how Kim in the Rise into Your Power Facebook group put in the archetypes for soul contracts that Carolyn Miss, MYSS, I believe is how you spell her name. She's freaking amazing, right? And so she talks about the 4 types of soul contracts, right? Which is if I can remember them, child saboteur, the victim, and the, I think I have them written down here, prostitute, right? But you have to go into Caroline's work to see that. But in general, right? And we'll go into more of the soul contracts when we're in the course, right? But in general, soul contracts is before you get here on earth, right? Before you even incarnate and that kind of thing, right? You actually write out a blueprint of your life, right? And you come up with these contracts of someone that like you're going to help or someone that's going to help you and that kind of thing, right? And you have contracts. And basically, when you come here, you fill out those contracts. Now, how you fill out those contracts are up to you. So let's say I had a soul contract with my husband's soul, right? And he was like, okay, I agree to help Heather with her confidence. And I really want to help her, get over one of her fears, right? So now when we come to Earth, he's on a contract to do that. So how it comes about and it manifests is up to us, right? So he could become one of my teachers, and then he could manifest and help me with those issues through a teacher. Maybe he becomes a friend, Maybe he becomes an in-law, however we want to, have it play out when it comes here. That's how it plays out, right? But it's almost like, I don't even want to say the word destined because I believe so much in free will, but one of those things that we're destined to, right? And one way to notice if you have a soul contract going on in your life is if there's any kind of like learning that needs to occur, learning that has occurred, right? I know it sounds kind of general because we learn from like everyone, but it kind of shows you like, why I swear to goodness, like they were talking to me and then all of a sudden they stopped and kind of distracted me, right? Spirit, right? So then it kind of shows you, okay, like one relationship is going to have more challenges, more learning occurring and that kind of thing, right? And that might show us that, okay, that's a soul contract there, right? And then once you stop learning and growing with that person, or once, it doesn't seem like, it's hard to explain, but it's like, okay, I don't know if there's a reason for them to be in my life anymore. As you know, people come and go throughout our lives all the time, right? They do, because they have filled their soul contract and now they move on. The hardest part that a lot of people don't do and don't get is when you have fulfilled that soul contract and you're just trying to keep something that's not meant for you. Okay. Oh, the Akashic Records. Yeah, that's a good one too. I should add that into the course too. I haven't done that. And then Jocelyn's like having to replace for myself, only to give away and rebuy, repeat. Yes, I'm a buyer than a giver. You're talking about that with me. But it's like we can have soul contracts with people we don't even think about, right? And yes, I like that, Michael. Soul contracts can take lifetimes too. Yeah, so true. And some of that is because we don't want to either let go, keep the relationship going. We don't know how to learn from it. We don't know how to heal from it. And for me, I'm realizing more and more too, it was like the soul contract I had with my mom. And it's like my mom was definitely here to help me. She was here to help me grow. She was here to help me get through. She was here to really help me build my confidence. She was really here to help me, instill more value into myself, to feel better about myself, to feel worthy, to be able to feel like I can do anything, to really push myself in this life, you know what I mean? To have me listen to myself and not other people. But how that played out was crazy. It wasn't like she was the mom that was like, oh, yes, you go get him. You're worthy. No, it played out with like, you suck, basically. You suck and blah, blah, blah. And you don't know nothing and that kind of stuff. Because she pushed that on me, I had no choice. But to learn and to grow and to listen to myself. Because every single time I either listened to her or I listened to other people, right? Because she's like, you don't know anything or whatever, right? I got hurt. And then I'm a slow learner. So I got hurt repeatedly until finally I was like, okay, something has to change. You know what I mean? Like I crying to God, like, oh my God, like, why do you keep on doing this to me? Right. But in that, if you look at a different point of view, my mom was actually my biggest teacher. My mom was teaching me like, Heather, I'm showing you everything the wrong way, right? In her soul, right? I'm showing you everything the wrong way so that you will learn and you will stop listening to other people. So you will start listening to yourself so that you will start feeling worthy. So you'll start feeling good enough. You know what I mean? Like almost like the baby bird, the mama pushes a baby bird out of the nest, right? Because that baby needs to learn, like, get up, let's go. You know what I mean? So can you learn from someone and they remain in your life? Yeah, they can. It's like kind of like that cycle that we talked about a couple days ago. Like if the cycle keeps on going and you live in the same day and it's not a good day, right? Then something needs to change, right? Something needs to change. But if you're still happy, if you're still good, if you're still learning, if there's still something there, then okay. But if you have this feeling that this person shouldn't be in your life anymore, or they drain your energy, they're taking away good moments from you, you know what I mean? You just don't feel good while being around them. You don't even feel like they're teaching you anything anymore. If you have that feeling, let me tell you something too, right? Just because you say bye to someone in your life doesn't mean they won't come back. Right. So it's like you can go ahead and say like, I'm just not going to hang out with them anymore, or we're going to break up for a little while, or we're going to have some space. And then who knows what can occur. But you got to stop that cycle. And then can you learn from okay, yeah. And then the Akashic Records. So Akashic Records is like basically a record of your soul's experience through every single lifetime. Every single thought that you've had, every single emotion, every single thing is inside of the Akashic Records, right? So you have some people like my friend Andrea who actually went to learn how to read the Akashic Records. I went there once. It was really awesome because it can even give you insight into, the future thing, the future lives or future things that are going to happen in this life. It helps you understand a little bit more of who you are, because you're more than just this lifetime. I'm just more than just Heather. You're more than just Tara and Lisa and Michael and Tamara, right? So you're more than just that. And so the Akashic Records really helps you see the other lifetimes and maybe some reasons why you are the way you are. And it's not just like, oh, I was killed in a former life by a spider, now I hate spiders. But it's kind of like maybe the reasons why you have, problems around money, or you have problems trusting people. Some of those things stem from other lifetimes, right? And Tamara's like called the circle dance. Yeah. Like growing pains as a child, there is no growth without some form of some suffering. Yeah. That's the fastest way to learn and to grow. I know it sucks, right? And doesn't your soul choose your parents before they are in utero? Yep, exactly. So it's another soul contract too. So you're going to have soul contracts with your kids, and your kids are going to have soul contracts with you. Like I can already see it with my son. Like how many people can see what their children are teaching them or what their parents are teaching them? Like I can so see my son. He's still, oh my gosh, like I know it sounds so weird because I need to be doing this for him, but he teaches me more to believe in myself and the whole like, why not? And like, why worry, and, he's so logical and he brings me down to earth and he makes it so simple and easy. And then he's just like, why not? And I know that there's that soul contract there with him, and I think that he was also sent here to help me open up to my gifts because I was totally like anti anything psychic, anything. I was like, oh my God, and I feel like he himself is sensitive, right? But yeah, so the coolest stories ever is in oh my God, that book by Wayne Dyer about about the parents choosing the kids choosing their parents before they come here. Someone here has been in it. I read for a woman who was actually written in that book with Wayne Dyer about the soul choosing the parents, before they come here. And there's different ways that they say that has happened. Like little kids say, oh, I remember when I seen you I was up there with God. And then they're like, oh, really? You were up there with God? And he was like, yeah, he said he had me go through this door and he said that I could choose my parents. And I chose you because you had the biggest light on top of your head, mommy, right? Or someone else was like, you look like you were the most sad, so because your other baby couldn't come here. So I came here instead. It's so cool. I got to remember the name of the book. If anyone knows that name of that book, let me know. It was on my Instagram too. Memories from Heaven by Wayne Dyer. Sorry, I keep on drinking so much. I'm so sorry. Okay. So bam. So that's a little bit about a soul contract. So then you can see them playing out, but just know kind of like when the soul contract, like you can just keep going, right? Don't even like, to me, I don't really worry about soul contracts that much. I just kind of look at the people that are around me and who I'm learning and growing from and who needs to come into my life or who doesn't really, it's not contributing in a good way to my life anymore. Oh, what did you see? Tara, I want to know. Okay. So super, super duper cool. We are going to, okay. Yes. And I think one thing too that will help out look at the homework too is we look at ourselves as we're souls, as spirits, as opposed to, Heather or like I'm 37-year-old, you know what I mean? Looking at children as if they're only 7 or only 8 and they don't know anything, you know what I mean? Because we're all souls, so looking at that is awesome. Yay, Christine. I'm so happy. Yes. Oh, cool. Patty Shaw and Ferndale. That's freaking awesome. Yes. And she wrote about the Akashic records. Awesome. Look, got really good references. Like if you guys want to learn more in the comments too. And Ferndale, by the way, Jasna, I'm not sure where you're from, Jasna, but let me know because Ferndale is like right around the corner from where we live. I'm not sure if I remember those stories. Yes. Okay. I forget what her name is. But anyway, she's here in Michigan. Okay. So now we're talking about harnessing your greatness, right? To me, anyways, like I feel the number one things that holds people back from like really being great in their lives and whatever they want to do is self-doubt and also like worthiness, confidence, right? But if you think about it, it makes sense. It makes sense if you have self-doubt or if you don't feel worthy, if you don't have confidence, because I'm telling you, I would be surprised if less than 75% of everyone that's on here, right, did not have some kind of really, really rough upbringing or really, really rough challenge or trauma or something like that, right? Because all of us have this beautiful light inside of us and we come here, to do good and that kind of stuff. And some of us came here with really harsh soul contracts, if you will. We really came here with a lot of stuff that we have to learn and grow from and that kind of thing, right? And so it's like, so we get conditioned a lot of times by our environment not to trust in ourselves, not to believe in ourselves, you know what I mean? And we get pushed down, right? Because what happens is that you are constantly being told that, no, you don't know any better. You listen to so-and-so knows better. And our parents, it's not like it's their fault. They were probably taught that way, or maybe they were sensitive and then they were trying to, they were sensitive to other people yelling, or they didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, or maybe they didn't want to make this person mad, or, that kind of thing. Or maybe they just felt better doing it, but that's how they thought that they could help you. Like, oh no, you don't know any better, especially if you were thinking something outside of the box. Because remember, a lot of people that came before us were more traditional, right? Like my generation and on, we're really reaping different paths, if you notice that, right? Like, new age, spiritual stuff and things like that would not really have gone out. That wouldn't have been something that would happen in earlier decades, right? So we're going ahead and we're hearing all the time, well, you don't know any better, ask so-and-so, you know what I mean? Like, how do you know that? You don't know this, and that kind of stuff, right? Who is talking about? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to keep on going really quick. So you keep on hearing that you shouldn't trust yourself, right? You keep on hearing that you should listen to other people, right? You keep on hearing things like that over and over and over again. Or if you're sensitive and maybe you were trying to be perfect and then you made mistakes. And then all of a sudden now you're like, well, no, I'm not going to do that again. You know what I mean? And then you're like, I'm just going to listen and I'm going to follow the rules and I'm going to do this and that because that hurt a lot and I don't want to go through that again. And what ends up happening is, we have our intuition and our ego. And I kind of talked about this before, but getting a little more detail right now, right? Is your intuition, your higher self, that voice is your true voice, right? And it's there to help guide you. And it's there to help you, be the best you can be, right? And it's there for any of that guidance, like your internal guidance system. But then you have your ego, and your ego is there to protect you, right? So your ego will protect you from making stupid choices and going into a lion's cave, you know what I mean? Like my ego, it'll stop you from doing stupid stuff, right? And it helps protect you, right? Just like the ego is the dad from the Croods. Like, you haven't watched the Croods. I haven't watched any of the sequels, right? But dad from the Croods is your freaking ego, right? And so all of a sudden, when you start getting hurt and, when you make mistakes or whatever, then all of a sudden, and you're told not to listen to your intuition voice, it gets lower. And then your ego voice gets higher because it wants to protect you. Right? And that can create so much self-doubt, right? And that can mess up with your worthiness, you know what I mean? And your confidence and stuff like that. So let me read I was wanting to read the comments. It's so interesting. So my contract was not to have any children this lifetime for some reason. My husband was injured as a child and I was unable to have children. Oh, so that's interesting, right? I think that you would do good with listening, with reading that Caroline Mice. Yeah. Reading more about that with her. But there is definitely something there with children in this lifetime. Like some kind of learning experience, some kind of growing, something along those lines. Like I know of a girl who said, like when she went to a psychic years ago, she was like, yeah, you are so tired because you spend majority of your night on the other side helping on the other side babies prepare to come to earth. Well, wow. When she started trying to have kids, she couldn't, and she lost 2 babies after they were born. And so it was like, oh yeah, that's totally a soul contract. You know what I mean? And they can be very personal, and it can also tie in other areas of your life. That's my experience, right? And Jocelyn's like, yes, not the greatest childhood. However, European parents did their best. Yes, with what they had. Yeah, see, I love that. Yes. Oh, I love what Tara's saying. Maybe teach guided, gifted children. And then Darlene's like, my mom was metaphysical in the 60s. Ooh, you had a cool mom. But do you see how it's more mainstream now, like back then, and it's just getting more and more, right? And we talk about, oh, are we, evolving? Are we opening up to another dimension or something like, are we all awakening? And I think the answer is yes. Now it's like you can have Reiki's on not every corner, but there's lots more Reiki going on, other healing modalities coming out, more psychics everywhere popping up. Look at this. Look at the communities. Also, I was married once before and we divorced. He had twins with another woman. Yeah, there's definitely something there. Okay. I was told I couldn't have children at a young age. When I fully accepted it, then surprise, miracle baby. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Okay. I'm putting about the Caroline Mice. Okay. Yes. All right. So now we're going to do like a little, okay. So before we do this little exercise, right? Another really cool way to look at things to help you make you feel like, okay, am I harnessing my greatness? Am I being everything that I can be, right? Is to, and I know you might have heard this before, but just follow with me, okay? Is that just look at your life playing out like a movie, right? And you are the star of your own movie, right? This is your movie, right? And think about all the characters that are in your movie. right? So like, okay, I have my husband, you know what I mean? He's an awesome character. I'm going to keep him. I have my son, right? I have some really cool, like supporting actors, you know what I mean? As my friends, you know, and then it's like, okay, where has my movie gone, right? Like what was the beginning of my movie like? And then you can think about like when you were a kid and a teenager and young adulthood and growing up a little bit more. And then you can think about where you want your movie to go. Like, are there any twists and turns, you know, that's going on? Like, ooh, wouldn't that be cool if this and that? Like, for instance, look at me. I didn't know that I was psychic or I could, you know, I was a medium or anything like that. Do you understand like how weird that was? Like all of a sudden now it's like my husband and me, it's like, wow. Like, you know, he has a psychic wife and now he has to tell people that he didn't sign up for this. He didn't sign up to have me being all spiritual and stuff, you know? So it's really cool that the twists and turns. And another thing is to look back on the last 10 years of your life. This is something to brainstorm, right? The last 10 years of your life, like where can the next 10 years go? And then here's another one. And here's another one too is, why am I so distracted today? I don't even know. Maybe it's the sunroom. Maybe I should not do this in the sunroom. Yeah. So like another part is thinking about, this is what I think about every single day, right? Is when I am on my deathbed or when I transition, like what kind of life do I want to have lived, right? Do I want to be that type of person that could have done more, or if I would have just made this one change and that kind of thing, right? And I don't want that. I want to be able to be like, okay, I rocked this freaking life. I rocked it, you know? And my movie, when I have my life review, because after we pass on, we have a life review where we see every single moment in our life, in this life, right? And we feel everything. We feel everything that we felt and we feel everything that we made other people feel. And believe me, when you go over there and you realize that you hurt other people or you didn't do the right thing, you know, it doesn't feel good. It feels like it's more pure over there than it is here. Okay. Yes, maybe I'm distracted because it's a Mercury retrograde. Yeah, you want a sunroom? Yeah, like this used to not be so nice. My husband renovated it because it was not like a nice sunroom. I love it. And we are our own directors of movie, which is life, or it's all scripted in a sense. Oh, are we own directors? Yes, to an extent. And remember, you have your soul contract, so you still have to fill those out, right? So you're still in a contract. So kind of like a director, but it's like, just think of it this way. Maybe Jay can follow me on this, okay? So think of your life as a movie. And we are our own director. We have, you know, creative freedom, if you will. But then we have some sponsors, you know, AKA our contracts that we have to fulfill. So we have to put them in wherever, right? So if I'm under contract for like having my husband or, you know, like he has to be in the movie, like they're forcing me to put him in here, right? Or they're forcing me, they're like, oh, we have to have some sort of this or that play out, you know? So is that kind of neat to think about it that way as your life as a movie? Yeah. And so it's not scripted. We all have free will. Like right now I can go jump in that lake. Like I wouldn't because it's kind of a gross lake, but it's really pretty to look at. But I can go jump off a bridge right now if I wanted to, right? It's not going to be the best. And then guess what? Kind of like what Michael was saying. Now that soul contract's going to last another lifetime because I didn't work it out while I was here. And then Nancy's like, I had 4 pregnancies, 1 miscarriage, 1 miss and 1 miss. Okay, almost last. It was 1 pound, 11. Oh my gosh, she was 1 pound, 11 ounces, and she's 21 now. Congratulations, so amazing. And then if anyone is watching that has any kind of issues with fertility, like definitely Gabby Bernstein. Like, yeah, she's like the go-to. She's the most amazing one. Okay, so now here's something else. I think it's just like a little fun thing that we can do right now to help us feel a little bit better. Feel like, okay, we can do this. We can harness our greatness, right? We can do some cool shit, right? Excuse me, right? Well, obviously, we already did some things, right? We understand where it's coming from. Or if you haven't, that's something that you can journal about and write, like, why do I have so much self-doubt? Why aren't I listening to myself? Why don't I feel worthy? You know what I mean? That's one thing. We can get deeper into that. But, you know, right now, you can just go ahead and journal. That's not the exercise, but you can do that on your own time, right? After this or whatever, try and figure out where those stem from and then work your way up. And just kind of think about confidence is a skill. So you get confidence by repeating and becoming good at something or becoming good at it. It's a skill, just like psychic mediumship, you become good at being confident, right? Many of us are confident with, why was that the thing I thought of was going to the bathroom, right? But yeah, so we all are confident in that. And so then you can get confident in psychic and mediumship readings. You can get confident playing the piano if you practice enough, and if you do it and you keep on doing it, you'll get confident. So if you keep on paying attention to yourself and you keep on listening to yourself, and all of a sudden your confidence within yourself is going to get good. And then if you look at times when you are snipping at other people, then that's a place where you're not confident in, and then you can look at it, right? So for example, when my husband comes and I'm cooking and he, I don't know, takes a knife out of my hand and gives me another knife while I'm freaking chopping, or maybe when I am standing there talking to him and then I'm like right next to the stove and then he just starts putting the lid on, he starts turning down the temperature. Like I'm like right here, I'm literally right here. I am cooking. Are you cooking or am I cooking, right? And then I get so annoyed and then I start getting all my panties in a bunch. But the thing is that there's more to it than that. Like he is always doing that. But I realize I'm not confident in the kitchen. So that's the reason why it upsets me, right? So that goes a little more deeper too into mirror work. The look on your face when you said we have to reincarnate. Oh my gosh. I really want to break. I don't know what I was thinking. Have you guys ever seen The Dog's Purpose, that movie? And it's like, he's just nonstop reincarnating this dog, A Dog's Purpose. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I really hope they're not showing. I hope that he actually has breaks in between and they're just not showing that part. Are you cooking or I am cooking? Yes, see, exactly. I would like to change my movie from PG to R. Go ahead, Michael. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. We can quit our jobs right now, go live in Nepal with monks. I've thought about that before. But here's the thing, is like anytime you want to run away, it's because you're just running away from yourself. Your problems are going to be there. Mm-hmm. Does he do that? Yes. I'm like, can you read one of the books I'm reading right now? Because I need you to back up. I'm like, we gotta talk. If you want to stay married for another year, you need to get out of the kitchen. I love him. Okay. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right. So this is a really, really cool thing. Okay. So I want you to think of 3 people, and you get your paper and pen out, right? I want you to think of 3 people that you admire. Like you admire that, maybe you man, they have some qualities that they've gotten down. I wish that maybe I could get those qualities. You know what I mean? That'd be really freaking epic, right? If I could be just a little bit more like them. Or man, they're just so cool, right? Maybe, I don't know why, but Oprah came to mind. Whoever wants to be. You could even be someone that you know or someone's in your family. It could be a celebrity, right? When I first did this exercise, I had Gabby Bernstein on there. I think I had Oprah on there. I forgot who my third one is, but I had people like that, right? So think of 3 people. And then write down just a couple of reasons why, okay? So I'm going to write down Gabby Bernstein, right? And I love that she knows how to talk, right? And she can deliver, right? I love how passionate she is about the work that she does. So write down a few things, right? So how passionate she is. I love her confidence. I love her spiritual connection. When I first met her, I was like, does she know that she's a medium? And then I listened more to her stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, she totally is a medium. And she kind of knows that she's just not doing that mediumship work, right? And Oprah, I love how she overcame all of the hardships in her life, right? And I love Oprah because she wasn't afraid and she kept going and she believed in herself. Okay. I'm trying to think of the third one. Who else would I really, really, really... I've gotten some new mentors in my life, so I want to... Oh, you know what? Shalene Johnson. I know it sounds so weird. I'm not sure if you guys know her or not. She was from PiYo and Beachbody and stuff like that. But you know what I love? I love her devotion to her family. I love how she gets so much done. I love how she takes care of herself. And her makeup is always on point and her hair. I love how she takes care of her body. You know what I mean? She works out, every single day. She's in the sunshine and oh my gosh, she has this gorgeous beach house. I kind of want a beach house. I absolutely love it. So those are my three. Darling, I love that. Everything you're saying relates to me. I'll hear about. Oh, so you can choose Heather. Aw, you can choose Heather. You could choose it. You could choose me. I have many people that inspire me, including yourself. Oh, thank you, Jasna. That's so sweet. So just think about a couple of things about them. Is it like kind of like what I said? Is it like their passion? Is it, you know what I mean, their humbleness? Is it their, ability to give? Is it, how they overcame issues and things like that? Like, what is it? And I want a couple of examples in the comments. Give me a couple examples of what you guys have come up with. Like, as in why you kind of like these people, like why you maybe look up to them in a way. Did my comment stop? I think it's kind of funny. Testing in the comments. Okay, here we go. Okay. No one wants to share? You don't have to share who it is. Oh my gosh. Michael, I can't believe you said Osho. Like, because me and Osho just have a beef, right? Because I love his books, I love his teachings and stuff like that, but it's hard for me to get over how he was as a person, but I'm getting over it. I'm about to reread one of his books, but that's awesome that he's your guy because he is enlightened, right? You love that. Okay. My friend Lisa, she is elegant. Okay. Elegant, smart, calm soul. Yep. I look up to her ability and never have anxiety, and she never gets worked up. Oh, that is awesome, right? We're my partners and sisters. Okay. My brother's successful and great negotiator. There you go, Tara. Go. My cousin and her organization skills. Danette May. Ooh, that's a good one. Amazing health advocate. Earth sensitive. Her rise, her confidence. Yeah. I see. Oh, thank you. See me as a mentor and inspires to improve our own lives well by connecting to the meaning of life. Oh, I love that. Yes. Right. Okay. Are you so right? And you can look at this and you can like play around with it, right? So it's like, yeah, this is the reason why that I love her. She's passionate. She's confident, right? I love her spiritual connection. The next one is, she overcame hardships. She kept on going. She believed in herself, right? The next one I have is, devotion to her family. She took care of herself, all these beautiful things, right? Now what you do, oh, wait, I want to read Rachel's. Gabby Bernstein, spiritual connection, Cecil, works from home. I love it. Always has the answers for sure. Glennon Doyle. Oh my gosh. Yes. Validation, safe spaces, feeling so relatable. Jillian Michaels. Ooh, another good one. Health, body, organic food, fully research on how to be physically healthy. Ooh, I love that. Oh my gosh. And one person I admire is for her passion, honesty, being nature. She overcame adversity and basically came from the same background as me. And I admire her spiritual connection. Oh, perfect. Right. So if you even want to just think a little bit like, yeah, maybe one time that you heard them talk, or a feeling that they gave you when you listened in, or when you hung out with them, or maybe something that they said and the feeling that you got. Oh my gosh, Tamara, you're gonna. Oh, well, actually, yeah, Shauna, you're gonna make me cry. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that means a lot to me. And Tamara's like, my sister's an artist and very intelligent. My parents always showed love and never judged our decisions. Oh, that's awesome. That's really awesome. I'm sorry. Shauna is the teacher's pet. No. Thank you for that. Okay. And the reason I want you to get a feeling, remember that feeling that you get with that person, right? Like, oh, I feel great when I'm with them. I feel, calm, or I feel happy, or I feel better, just better. Her confidence and how she is. Okay. So hopefully this will have as an impact on you as it did me. So I have Gabby Bernstein here. I have Oprah, and I have my Shailene Johnson. Okay. Can you guys see this? So now what you do is that you're going to cross off that first name there, and then you're going to put your name. And you can literally do the next one. Oprah, no Oprah. It's Heather. Okay. The next one is not Shailene Johnson. It is Heather. Don't put my name, put your name, right? So this is saying, wait a second, Heather is passionate, has confidence, and a spiritual connection. Heather overcame hardships. She kept on going. She believed in herself. Heather, it takes care of herself, has awesome hair and makeup, right? She takes care of her body, is devoted to her family. Now I can literally say to myself, like I don't do that stuff, right? I'm not that. I don't have awesome freaking hair and makeup, But the thing is that you recognize these qualities because they are also within you. They are also within you. Remember, like attracts like, right? Remember that everything that you see, because you're living your own little dream, right? You're in your own little movie, right? Is a reflection. So all the good things are a reflection in you. So you have those things because you see them in others, you have them. And so if maybe you just haven't seen them, or maybe you haven't seen them in a while, or maybe you don't know, right? Maybe you don't know like how to do it. Or maybe it's actually showing you something like, oh, that's what I truly want. And I know I can. Like, you know how easy it would be for me to do my hair and makeup? Probably easy. Like, not like the girls on YouTube, but you see what I'm talking about? Isn't that powerful? When I first did that, I think I cried the first time. And it's like, wow, that is you. That is you. Like attracts like. Look at the law of attraction. And then just think about this. Let's go a step further. Remember that feeling you had when you're in that person's presence? Okay, now this is going to make me cry, but someone is feeling that way about you. The feeling that you have when you're in one of these three people's, whichever feeling you had, someone feels that exact same way when they're in your presence. I was going to let you absorb that because that's even hard for me to like, oh my gosh, like someone thinks that way about me when they're with me and stuff like that. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. And it's almost like, I'm not sure if you guys feel this, but I almost want to push it away, but don't push it away because that's a gift that you're giving to someone. Okay, you have, Patty? I love it. And Jay's like, when you substitute the name with ours, is it meant to be present tense or future tense? It means that you have it now in the present. You may not realize that you have it, but you have it. It's like the tools in your toolbox. Like you have it. You just may not notice it. You might not be seeing it, but you have it. Yep. How we say it takes one to know one. Yep. We're all awesome. We don't believe that in ourselves. Yes. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Patty. Oh my gosh. Of course we feel that way about you. Mine was you. Oh my God, Tara. You guys. Okay. Do we have tissues? Is this try to make Heather cry day? Yes, but it's so amazing, isn't it? And it is like, you think that when you go throughout your day that maybe you're not touching people's lives, that you're not doing something, right? So, you may or may not be doing readings all day, all the time, like I do, right? But the thing is that that's just so common for me. It's just so common for me to talk to past loved ones. It's just so common for me to do readings, and I love them so much, and I love every single spirit that comes in, and I'm so honored to be able to do it. It's just part of my life. So it doesn't seem like it's anything special, right? So when I see someone, like I was like 4 or 5 hours away in Michigan up north, and someone came up to me and they're like, oh my God, are you Heather Danielle? And I was like, yeah. And then she's like, oh my God, I watch you all the time on Facebook. And I'm like, wow. See, people are watching when you don't even know that they're watching, and it's like, you might be like, oh yeah, they can feel that way about you, Heather, but not with me. But it's like, you don't understand. You could be that light to one person, and you might not even know who that light is. I remember when I was working at Shoney's when I was 17 years old, and I'm not sure I told you this or not, but a couple used to always come in, a husband and a wife. And one time they came in, as soon as I see them come in, I know what they want to drink. I know everything, right? Had their favorite booth ready. And they came in and they're like, thank you so much for this. And and at the end of their dinner, they're like, thank you so much. We knew that if we came here, you would help us feel better. They're like, I just lost my mom and it's so hard. And I was like, oh my gosh. So that was a customer of mine. And he might not have even told me that. If I would have gotten busy, I would never have known that I touched his life. One time I was working at CVS, right? The one on 13 Mile and John R. I was working at CVS, right? When I moved back here from Michigan. And oh my gosh, like I was just a cashier. That's it, And I got a call like an hour or so later. The manager got a phone call, and they were like, "Who is that girl? I think her name was Heather. Blah 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 blah. She made my day, and blah. And I just lost my son or something like that. And just her attitude just lifted me up. And it's like she called me to tell me that, to call him. I would never have known. And that was just someone that I met for 2 seconds while ringing up her bill. I'm not reading the comments. Okay. Sometimes, Sally, people see your light and because that reason they choose to keep you in the darkness, keep you there, possibly because they've not found their own light. Yep. But you got free will. You can get out of that, Jay. You get out of it, right? You don't have to be with that person. You can also look at it from a different point of view, right? And Darlene says, it's your light, your energy, your joy, and that you call us by name that makes you, Heather, stand out from the crowd. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. And Tara's like, but it is. And you touch my life. You never know. Okay. See, now you're actually really going to make me cry. Oh my God. What? See, now you're going to make me cry. Wow. And I just have to, since we're being we're getting this heart to heart and stuff like that, it wasn't easy. It wasn't that easy, you know what I mean, doing what I've done. How scared I was to tell my husband that I was going to a psychic circle and I was trying to become psychic, and think I'm psychic. That's a hard thing. I didn't know if he was going to divorce me or anything like that. And I started my whole entire Facebook group, in my Facebook group, the page, right? Because I didn't know what my family was going to say about it. And I didn't really tell anyone in my family. I didn't tell any of my friends, So the first people, you see Diane on here and you see Moni and, some of the people that have been with me probably since 2017 when I started this. And they were the first people that understood me and didn't, what is it called? Judge me, right? They're accepting of me. Sometimes the people close to you won't accept you, or, sometimes you have to finish accepting yourself before they'll accept you. Right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, just say I was cutting onions. Yes. Yes, exactly. You never, ever, ever know. And that's the thing is when we pass on, we want to leave the earth with more light than we found it. That's our, I have never heard a spirit, of course, there's little intricate things that they want to do, but in all, we want to leave the earth with more love than we found it. And so sometimes when I go out and I'm about to lose my, right, on someone, I always just try to be like, Heather, is this leaving more light on the earth? And then sometimes I'm I look back when I did lose my crap, especially when I was on medication that changed me a little bit. I feel bad because I'm wow, not only did I not spread love, but I probably made that person's day so much worse. And sometimes I don't care that I made their day worse because they made mine really worse, but I always put that in perspective before I lose my crap when I'm outdoors, and that kind of thing. You guys know what I'm talking about, whether you lose it while driving in a line and that kind of thing. And I don't have a lot of patience, so I'm getting there. I'm getting there every day. Okay. And then Shauna says, I was working at Extend Care and I was in charge of holding the funerals for the residents. And I was always embarrassed about crying in front of everyone until one day a lady thanked me for crying because that showed her that someone there loved her mom. So I understand what you're saying. You never know how you're being perceived. I feel like everyone thought I was being a baby when it actually came across different. Yes, 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 yes. See, isn't that amazing? And so I think that someone touched on it, being vulnerable. But that's the thing is I don't know how, I feel like you need to know everything. So that's why I'm so vulnerable. My life is an open book, and it's I know other teachers and so many mediums try to get me to be more polished with my readings and how I spoke and things like that. And it's just not me. If I feel a dog jump up on my lap, then I'm not going to be oh, I feel a dog coming through. They are telling me. I'm going to be holy crap, there's this dog here and it's about this big and I don't even know. It's trying to bite my freaking finger. I'm going to be like that because that's just how I am. Right. But I don't know why I wanted to tell you that. It seems a little off topic, but for some reason they put it in my mind, right? This has been emotional. So, but do you see how you can harness your greatness? Your greatness doesn't have to be being freaking Oprah either. It could be making someone else's day. It could be recognizing that what you see in other people is also in yourself. But the thing is that you got to find it. It's in there. You recognize in someone else, it means it's within you. So if you don't see it, then you got to either acknowledge it because you do see it or maybe find it. Okay. And that's why I look up to you. So, oh my gosh, because you're authentic. Yeah, I do love being authentic. And I keep my, this face is really animated so you know how I feel. Yay! Oh, I love you guys so much, so much. Maybe it was my small dog. Yeah, actually, when I said that, I was like, okay, great. I think I'm calling in someone. You know what I mean? And so this, I didn't really get. I would have to look into it. Yeah, but it was a small dog. So, you guys are good? Do you guys feel that? Do you guys feel a little bit about your greatness? So if you guys love me, it's because whatever you love about me, you see in yourself too. So if it's like, she can talk to the dead, and it's because you can too, right? Oh my gosh, she gets all these signs from her past loved ones. It's like, because you can too, right? It's like you see that. Okay. Oh, all right. Yes. Okay. It was mine at the fair. Oh, I love your energy and your truth. Thank you. I love this. This is definitely like a really good time for me. And Tara's like, I think there's a line though. You're perfect at it. I've seen readers doing ping drugs and cursing like sailors. I refuse to watch them. Yeah. And my thing is too, just for anyone who's thinking about being a reader, right? The reason why that I kept on going, right? And I was scared. Like, I'm like, oh my God, what are they going to think? What if I'm wrong? I'm not good enough. Why does Spirit call upon me? I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. What if I'm wrong? What if I suck? That kind of stuff, right? But one thing that kept me going is first, there's a lot of bad readers out there. There's a lot of bad psychics. There's a lot of those that are taking advantage of other people, right? They're taking advantage of people and they're taking their money. They're telling them that spells get put on them and stuff like that. So that's the first thing, right? Is because if the more readers that are good out there, then the less they're going to get taken advantage of by those people, right? So that's the first thing. And the second thing is that sometimes it has to be you that brings the message. It can only be you that spirit and that's on the other side can connect with, right? Like you are the best person to bring the message to their past loved one. Or let's say between a psychic connection, their spirit guide is like, Heather would be the best person to bring this message to Tara, right? She would be the best one. Heather has been through this. Heather understands this. Heather gets this. Heather's not going to judge this person. Just like Tara, if you want to become a reader, right? You are, you're not going to judge the person. You're going to have sympathy. You know what I mean? You're going to try and do your best to give them every insight that could possibly help them on their path. And that's the reason why that we have to harness our greatness too, because we're here to help some of the other people not get taken advantage of, to not to get hurt, to get the insight that they need, you know what I mean? To, really, get their life there, on their best path. Okay. Yes. I made it last minute. I watched replay later. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It is off the hook, Tressa. It is off the hook. Okay. So I think that we're good now. I think it's almost time for the prizes. Okay. And then Karen's like, I have one trying to take advantage of me now, saying I have a spell and she needs money to buy materials to do a ritual and take a spell off me. I don't trust her. Nope. Don't trust her. No. No. I think I did a Instagram thing on this, but it's like, yeah, anytime a psychic is reaching out to you to give you insight, saying, oh, I have a message from your ancestors. Oh, there's an angel that wants to talk to you, right? 99.9% chance that's not a real reader. Once in a while, I might have a message from someone, but it's never happened online. It's been in person, but I don't take money. And if they say you have a spell or a curse or anything like that, there might be some kind of legitimate thing to it. It's like, oh yeah, you might have an attachment or something around you, but you'll feel it, you'll know it. And they won't ask for extra money. They might send you to an expert. They might look into themselves or say, hey, you need to go somewhere else that really deals with this. Yes. I can see you. Whoever says they can see me, but I don't have your name. Okay. Let me see. Oh yeah. By the way, I just wanted to tell you, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do this, even though you guys can't see me. Okay. So I updated the course modules, what you're going to learn, because I realized that it didn't look so great. So before we do oh yeah, how do you get mine? Oh yeah. So if you guys have won a prize, just give me a day or two to be able to get everything out to you, right? Says my ancestors are telling her, yeah, exactly. No. But I do want to do this really quick, my shameless plug for the course. But if you guys know me, it's because I created something really awesome, and I really hope that that you guys like it, and I don't think I was clear with what the course has. And then we'll get to talking some more and that kind of thing, right? Because I realized that it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't clear. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Just gonna go through it one more time. Can you see this? Does it switch over? No, look, you guys can see my screen. I don't know. Oh, well, it doesn't. It's not working. So I'm just going to tell you really quick. So the module, it's actually more than 9 weeks, okay? Because module 1, you actually have 2 weeks to do it, right? So it's going to be more than 9 weeks. I am looking into doing a retreat afterwards for all of like the graduates, which is going to be awesome, right? So in the module 1 is going to be about, spiritual world inventory, right? Getting closer to your higher power, making room for spirit in your life, kind of a little bit what we talked about this week, but we go a little bit deeper, right? Blazing a trail to find your true self. The Emotional Scale by Abraham Hicks, right? Meditation 101 and advanced techniques, right? But it's really about, it's actually more than that in the module 1, but it's really about clearing your way and making sure that, you can get the most out of this course, right? Because I'm trying to take you through my journey, but using my tips and my tricks and things like that to get you from point A to point B, to talking to spirit a little bit more quicker and faster and that kind of thing, right? So then the module 2, and if you go to it, I can put the link in the thing, but it looks, I won't go through all of this, but basically with module 2, I'm going to teach you how to see auras, if you don't know how. That's when we're going to go into a little more details of the soul contracts, right? Overcoming your fear of the paranormal. So if you are afraid of hanging out with your past loved ones, if you're afraid of ghosts and things like that, I have a lot of information that's really going to help you overcome those fears, okay? Also, how to feel more confident in your woohoo ways. And then we're going to learn about the intuitive connection, the psychic connection. We're going to learn about mediumship, and not just learning about it. We're going to practice it. So the coaching calls, when, we're going to, every single week you have a module released, right? So you have a lesson every Wednesday, and then every Monday is the coaching call, right? But in the coaching call, we're also going to practice. Okay. But don't get scared. I'm going to walk you through it. It's going to be awesome. Right. And then also we're going to be connecting to not just your past loved ones, other people's past loved ones, but angels. And you also can connect to other intergalactic guides as well. So I'm going to give you the information on how to do that and practice and everything you need to know. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about going more into the advanced communication, about going ahead and blending the spiritual and the human life, right? How to give yourself impromptu readings, right? How to overcome spiritual blocks, right? How to try and get some of those like signs that I get from past loved ones. And then it says professional readings is the last module. But if you don't want to do professional readings, then it's going to show you like, okay, reading for your family and friends, right? Even how to do well in your own readings to yourself, right? And then if you are thinking about ever charging, charging, right? For when you become a professional reader, okay? Oh yeah, and there's spots still available, but if you wanted the bonus, I only have one more spot left for the bonus, okay? So yeah, there's only one more bonus left, and the bonus is the what is it? It's the free coaching session and the free Voxer support. But if you want the Voxer support, which is the one-on-one with me, right? That's just an extra thing, right? So, and by the way, you guys, I just have to tell you, the cost of the course is $222, right? Right now, because it's on pre-sale. It's going to go up because believe me, it's so incredibly worth it, right? And it's not like my classes. It has some same information as some of my classes that you may have taken, but now we're going to implement it, and we're going to go a little bit more deeper into it, right? Because I have more time with you, right? But it's $222, and every single time I get off of this and I go to watch Ghost Adventures, it has always showed up as $222. Like Ghost Adventures is like, they're like, oh, look at this. Their reading is $222. And then I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. So then the next day I'm watching Ghost Adventures, and they're like, oh, the reading comes up, oh, it's 222, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so awesome, right? So I'm like, I totally heard spirit, so I'm super happy, right? Yes. And then it says, I'm not seeing the comments she is reading either. Oh, you're not? That's so weird. Okay. Oh, yes, and Darlene, you're in it. Okay. Yes, okay. Will it be another time or a couple times a year? So, oh yeah, by the way, this is a course too, so you'll be able to go back and listen to it. You go back and, refer to it. You'll have it for at least a year on the platform I'm using, but then if I decide not to use that platform, I'll download everything and send it to you, okay? And so after this time, it'll still be available, but not with the live sessions. Like I won't be there live every Monday. Okay, yes, I'm not, okay. No way, you sold your mother's house for $222? Oh my God. $220. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I specifically chose $222 as other listing prices weren't working. See? Yes. And 222 is 6. And by the way, 6 is my favorite number. 3 and 6, right? All right. So it's been such a fun time. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you, Tara. I am doing payment arrangements too. So you can do the two payments of 115, but I also have a 3 payment schedule. Like if you want to make 3 payments, you have to reach out to me for the 3 payment one. Okay. So we're going to do first the prize for, I don't even know. Let's do this. Let's do the prize for the Amazon gift card first. Okay. And this one's going to be random in the comments. It's going to be whoever my cursor lands on. But first, before I do that, I just want to thank Spirit for bringing us all here today. Thank you so much for just upholding this crazy, amazing energy, this loving energy. Now, if you could just please help me, guide me to someone who could use this, the most at this time. Oh, wow. Yes. It's Shelly Clay for the Amazon gift card. Yay! Go, Shelly. I didn't do my drum roll. So, Shelly Clay. Woo! Okay. And so next we are going to do a free reading. I got to do my number generator. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. But I don't understand how it won't switch over. Is it doing it? I don't know if it's doing it. So, oh well. Okay, it's not doing it. So I can't share. Okay. The one who needs this the most is going to get a free reading for completing. Oh my gosh. For completing the button exercise. 1 second. Okay. Why did I need a calculator for that? I just counted it. No. All right. Why is it doing this? It's not even picking a number. Oh, I don't know. Okay. And now I got to count it again. I'm so sorry, everyone. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. 18. Oh, it's 31. I remember that now. Okay. 18. Okay. It is Maria MK. So I don't know if she's on here. Her last name is really long, but so it's Maria MK. That was the way that I shortened it for the free reading. And next, we're going to give away the amazing, see, look at that. There is a troll. Okay. So we're going to give away the amazing pendulum. Okay. And so for the pendulum, it's going to be who have, the bingo. Yes, the bingo. So if you completed the bingo, then you're in the running for this. Okay. It is, believe it or not, it's Shauna. Shauna, this is meant to be for you. I can't fight that. I can't fight that. It doesn't matter. If you win 2 prizes, you win 2 prizes. That pendulum was meant for Shauna. Okay. So now, and Shauna, you live in Canada. I think I sent you something else before too. Didn't you win before you won a card deck? So yay! The bingo that was in the Rising to Power group. I have Elisa down here. Lisa, did you do that? Because I have Elisa written down that she did that. Okay. Yay! Okay. And now, let's see if it'll work. Okay. And now I forget who has won. I'm not sure if this person has won a, okay, yeah. Well, sorry. Okay. Oh, it's so funny. Shauna, your name came up again for the free course, but you already have it. So I'm going to try it again. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So lucky number 7 for a free course scholarship is Crystal. I don't think she's on here, but that's so freaking amazing. I'm so happy. Yay! I love Crystal. Oh, and by the way, I forgot about this. If you have signed up to receive the emails, right? If you registered for this, then you are in a what is it called? You're in a running for also a course scholarship too, right? And I haven't been announcing those. I've just been announcing them in the, in the email. So like Danette won yesterday and she's like, I didn't hear my name called. And I'm like, oh yeah, because for some reason I wasn't announcing them, but I'm gonna announce it now. So it's a VIP winner is what I call them, because they're VIP because they're getting the emails, right? And so it is number 6, who is, yes, it is Tony Fontaine. Yes, Tony. I don't think she's on here. I think because she's in Australia. Well, yeah, look at this. Am I going to get confused at this at all with my notes? So that is amazing. Yay! Yes. I'm so excited. Yeah, and Shauna's like, yeah, I really need to take you with the course, right? I prefer to see one in person. I didn't see that. Like a pendulum? Yay! Congrats to Tony. Congrats to Crystal and Shauna. Yes, congratulations, everyone. I'm so excited. I'm sorry that our time here is, I don't want to say done, but we can keep it going, keep the fun going in the Rise into Your Power group, okay? And I'll also send an email out today and that kind of thing. So, or it should be today. If not, give me a day or so, right? And then if you want anything, I'll be in contact with you at the latest on Monday. So I'm sorry if you have to wait. Yes. Oh, yeah, and someone else won too. Shelly won, right? Yay! Well, I had so much fun. I hope you guys absolutely loved it. And yeah, so if you guys need anything, let me know. If you guys really want to help me out a little bit too, if you write a review on my Facebook page, that would be super duper cool. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to, but that helps me out because it helps people know that I'm authentic and true and that kind of stuff. So if you feel like doing a review, that's awesome. You don't have to. But one thing I do want you to do is have a really, 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 really good weekend, okay? And I appreciate it. And I'll do the pillars now because I will totally forget. So I'll get that. Yes. Mwah. Thank you, Tressa. I appreciate it for the review. That'd be awesome. Love you, darling. Bye, Michael. Bye, Tamara. I'll see you guys later. Bye.